Not really sure why. I mean, they're kind of protecting the probes, yeah, but HuK really needs to run these probes away from here right now. And blinking, not the best blink right there. Getting stuck between the zealots and everything, but oh man, this is so bad. HuK having again the Gosu senses to go ahead and scout. Sent 2 scouts, one to spot this one and one to spot over here, putting a pylon so that he's able to morph in, warp in units over here, and actually putting it out of the way. And one's directly by Dimaga, who probably did not get to see this probe. And another pylon going over here, and I just heard a Nidus network again. Oh my goodness, Dimaga being so aggressive in the expansions, and HuK really cannot afford to move out right now. He doesn't have any cannons down, he doesn't have anything. All he really has to protect from those Mutalisks are these Stalkers, and this wall right here actually prevents the Stalkers from moving back and forth between 2 bases effectively. It looks like a bunch of Zealots are going to be spawned over here, but the Mutalisks are just going to fly over here. I mean, they're flying all over the map, and there you go, they turn around almost immediately as soon as the attack starts, and these Zealots are going to go down. There's no way they're going to survive. But this hatchery, I mean, if HuK keeps doing this a couple times, yeah, this hatchery is going to go down fairly quick. But look how much damage was put in just to try to take out a hatchery that was not even taken out. How many resources lost? Excuse me, one more water break. Too much going on here. And Dimaga here setting himself up for another expansion. This is so ridiculous. Look at how many expansions Dimaga has. He has his base, he has his natural, he has the island, he has the 6 o'clock, he has the 9 o'clock, and he has the island on HuK's side. And this is kind of risky, but not really, because HuK, look at this, he's going council tech, so there's no way he's going to be able to get up here anytime soon. I mean, he could try to blink over here, but ever since they changed a couple of patches ago, they changed the way blink worked. Like it should have been working a certain way for a long time, but it wasn't. Stalkers have a harder time blinking over that gap over there, so not going to be as effective if HuK tries to go for the harass over there. And the real danger is that, oh man, how many... This is so many bases, it's so ridiculous. HuK's going for Storms, but versus Mutalisks, Storms are not going to be the best bet. I almost say that Archons are better at this point, and there's so many Mutalisks in the air. 161 supplied to 164, but look at this. 32 Mutalisks versus 20 Stalkers. Sure, the Stalkers would win, but the Mutalisks can just fly all over the place, back and forth, back and forth. And this is what I'm saying, they're just growing in numbers right now, and this is going to be so hard to deal with. Mass Mutalisks like this is going to be almost impossible. Level 1 upgrades going for all ground forces, so oh my goodness, I think the Dimaga's going to go for an Ultralist switch here, going to force HuK to go a lot of Stalker heavies and things like that. Looks like a lot of engagement going over here. A lot of Zerglings meeting their doom, and oh man, HuK here getting decimated. His base has lost all of his probes. Forced to move a lot of them over here. Now forced to just blink prematurely to try to take out these Mutalisks, which is not going to happen. And Storm going down. Their massive Storm, but losing the High Templar, losing the Nexus, losing a lot of probes, losing a lot of units, and looks like HuK saying no more of this. I'm going to go for the counterattack, leaving his sentries down here because sentries are actually fairly good against Mutalisks, but there are so many of them right now on the map that I really don't know if HuK's going to be able to have anything to respond to this. And here they go again. I mean, they can start harassing these pylons and then just fly back and forth, and now I hear Zerglings coming up over here. They're scouting around, seeing what's checking out what's going on, and now the Stalker's trying to blink into themselves. And look at this, Dimaga actually throwing away a bunch of Mutalisks because I think he knows he's ahead because he has so many expansions. He can afford to lose. Oh my god. Oh man, he can afford to. Wow, this is gonna take so long to break, especially because HuK here has mostly Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries, and the High Templars are not gonna do anything against these many Spine Crawlers. And this is gotta be kind of like a funny thing to do. And oh man, these Mutalisks are gonna catch all of these units. I was by surprise. They're gonna say, "Oh, you tried to bust my impenetrable wall of Spine Colors here? No problem. I'm just gonna go again for the harass." And the Stalkers blinking in here, gonna get a couple of shots on those Mutalisks, and definitely not want to be an encounter that the Mutalisks want to take. But oh man, HuK is so far behind. More Spine Crawlers over here walled off. Zealots being left behind, and where are the Mutalisks going? They're gonna go for the harass again. This is the threat about the Mutalisks. They can just fly all over the place so quickly, and you just cannot keep up with them. Phoenix is the only thing that the Protoss can answer with to Mutalisk. I mean, anything else is just kind of playing very risky and not even keeping up with his Chrono Boost. HuK really, this goes to show just how uncomfortable he is right now and how much of a stressful position. Oh man, Adrenal Gland's going for the Zerglings. Ultralisk, this is what I was saying. Dimaga gonna force HuK to make a bunch of Stalkers to deal with the Mutalisk, and then he's just going to throw away all his Mutalisk and come up with a bunch of Ultralisk and Zerglings, and plus 2 research upgrades going here for all ground and melee, and this is going to be so bad for HuK. I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to stop this regardless of what he does. He's not being able to safely expand because of the Mutalisk threat. He's not being able to move or anything. He cannot bust through these Spinecrawler walls over here, Spinecrawler wall over here. I don't think he even knows those islands expansions have been taken out. No, he does not. Does he even have an observer? No, he does not have a robotics facility either. So he's playing in the blind right now. All he knows is that his opponent has a bunch of Mutalisk, and this is such a bad position to be playing from. Definitely all that scouting information that's been blocked off by Dimaga is going to play a crucial role in this game and let him take another water break while these movement units just move around. And oh my goodness, I hope my voice can survive until game number... I'm not going to say how many games, but this is a best of 7 and this is game number 6, and right now the score is 3-2 in favor of HuK. And wow, even separating here a little bit of a Commando Mutalisk. How many kills do these Mutalisks have? 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so not many very kills. These Stalkers probably going to take care of them unless if Dimaga is smart. He's going to retreat them away. One Mutalisk meeting its demise on the second one, almost getting there, probably with 1 HP, 3 HP. So possibly 1 HP before I clicked on it, and oh man, HuK has the what do you call it, High Templar bid. He cannot really address this. He cannot really effectively attack these Mutalisk in any shape, way, or form. And look at, oh man, the creeps being spread all over the place. HuK has no observers to take it out, and now it's gonna be Ultralisk all over into HuK's face. Oh my goodness, level 3 upgrades, melee attack and armor. Oh man, HuK is in so much trouble right now. These just being sniped, his High Templar getting sniped, although he was able to get a decent storm around here. Now this is going to make it easier for the blinkers, the Stalkers blinkers to bust in there. But look at this, separating the army, and storms are not the best to use against Ultralisk. I know this from experience, although too few Ultralisk, I think Dimaga should have probably waited a little longer to have a bigger force. He definitely has the resources for it, but he has supply block probably because of all the drones he's made. Storms going down everywhere, Ultralisk going down, but I mean, HuK is getting whittled away right now, and Dimaga can just afford to replace this. Look at that, 4 more Ultralisk on the way and 168 supply. If we look at the army tab versus 101, 198, 200 supply for Dimaga, so completely capped. And if we look at the units, the resources lost tab, HuK is in a very tricky position. I really don't see how he comes back from this. I mean, I don't really want to start calling this game, but this wall is going to be impossible to break. All those Ultralisk back there are going to make it increasingly impossible, especially because HuK has High Templar, which are not the best units against the Ultralisk. Yeah, they do a decent amount of damage, but look at this. Dimaga's saying, yeah, you want to break down my wall of crawlers? I'm not going to break down my wall of Ultralisk, that's for sure. And flying around with these Mutalisks, being annoying as possible, HuK really should have, tried to invest a little bit on Stargate technology. But, oh man, he's just barely getting this Expo down, barely getting his 3rd gas, his 6th gas, or whatever you want to call it. And these Mutalisks, this is what I'm saying, Dimaga can just afford to let go of them. And these Ultralisks, they need to get us around here. They need to be careful. They don't want to be too cocky. If they start getting pounded by the Zealots, they could go down fairly quickly. And now Dimaga gonna go for a Spinecrawler push, and this is so scary because there's nothing HuK can really do about this right now. He cannot take out these creep tumors. He doesn't have the Robo Bay. He doesn't have a Stargate. All he has is Gateway units and High Templar, which are possibly one of the worst combinations that you could use against Ultralisk. It's just Zealots, Mad Zealots could possibly take out a good chunk of these Ultralisks, but it's going to take a lot of minerals. You want to get Void Rays, you want to get Carriers, you want to get something, especially Phoenix, to address these Mutalisks. I'm very surprised that HuK has not gone Stargate technology in this game at all, but look at this. Dimaga not even worried too much that he's losing all these units. He's still 200, and now these Ultras are going to run in here, getting a good wide open space, and now a bunch of Archons morphing in because HuK realizes Storm's not going to do anything against this amount of Ultralisk. and the Stalkers are going down almost immediately. Oh my goodness, these Archons almost dead already. HuK trying to save them as fast as possible, but they cannot retreat fast enough. And oh man, look at how much damage this Ultralisk done. They already have the Chitinous plating upgraded and everything. And wow, HuK has to be against the ropes right now. He has no minerals. More Ultralisks just spawning out of nowhere. 5 more in production right now, and these Ultras are going to start busting up over here in this ramp. And all the storms in the world are not going to save you against Ultralisk, although Dimaga decides to retreat. He's going to go for... Oh, Dimaga, you are so mean. You're going to go for the Expose, which is a smart thing to do, really. He was going to go for the Exposed expansion, but HuK realizes there's no way I'm coming back from this. I mean, if you look at his vision, well, there is no vision because he left, but all he knows is his base right here, which was he lost that Nexus for a while, and he's completely mined out over here. He's almost completely mined out over here, and there's no way he can defend this. So, like a good player, he calls GG and gives Dimaga the win. So the score is tied now, 3-3. Beautiful play by Dimaga. Definitely picked it up several notches from his first games. Not to say that he's a bad player or he was playing badly. I just think he was making kind of like unnecessary mistakes. Not bad or dumb mistakes, just unnecessary things that he should have been able to handle a little better, I think. And this shows. I mean, the way he handled this game definitely shows that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's one more game that I'm casting right now, right after this. I hope my voice holds up throughout the game. I'm not even sure how long it is. So with that, I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to see you guys next time, and have a good day, guys.